Most of us have an inspiration to our interests in a career or way of life that makes us wish to pursue it more than anything. It's the reason we find interest in that thing. And I, of course, have several inspirations when it comes to making content. But I felt I would like to highlight two of them in particular. The first is most of my childhood, ongoing childhood even, Markiplier. Mark is one of the content creators who feels the most human, despite being also one of the most entertaining and joyous people who's able to masterfully tackle very serious and depressing topics. He never feels like he's forcing himself to talk about things. He's a very organic individual. And his growth from gaming YouTuber to now literally making a movie is just so amazing and it's just inspirational. It's ungodly amount of inspiration. It presents an ungodly amount of inspiration to me, and I think Mark is just one of the greatest YouTubers of all time. He's just so human. He's so unique and kind and, just seeing him go again from gaming videos to you know um the his various series involving his egos, and that eventually becoming again the Ireland movie is just so beautiful. I could talk about Mark all day and I wouldn't really get anywhere, but I will say this. The biggest thing that inspired me most was Unis Honest. Now, was I a little young to be watching Unis Honest? Absolutely. But do I regret it at all? Of course not. Unis Honest is a series that will stick with me until I die. That's not a joke. Unis Honest was fucking amazing. It was hilarious. It was great. Inspirational in the fact that he just managed to make 366 videos. There's 365 videos, and then the final stream, that was amazing. And the second YouTuber who I'd like to mention is someone who doesn't actively inspire me as much as Markiplier, but that when I think about him, I feel that inspiration. And sadly, he's no longer with us. Technoblade. Techno is someone I watched on and off when I was younger, but I got really into around the Dream SMP. Glad that he didn't deteriorate in the same way a lot of other people on that server ended up deteriorating, like Wilbur and such. But, when I think back on Techno, and not only all that he achieved as such just a normal guy, but the absolute tragedy of his death. It's like, and don't get me wrong, I still see death as a beautiful thing. My own death is beautiful, but other people's deaths, especially premature deaths, are horrible. And Techno's death deeply affected me when I first heard about it. In fact, I first heard about it, it first came out, literally when I just moved into this house, 2 years ago. And that was such a hard week, just put simply. What Techno achieved and his status is just spectacular. And, with that, those are probably my two biggest inspirations right now. And, yeah. Technoblade never dies. Have a good night.